following is a fan-made dub. Doki Doki Literature Club is made by Team Salvato. Play the game before you watch the show, okay? You don't want to spoil it, do ya?
Hi, Kazuhiko. Have you thought about what you want to submit to perform at the festival?
Well...
Being in this club is one thing, but performing in front of a bunch of people?
I'll have to give it some more thought.
Okay, no pressure. But whatever you do, I'm sure it'll turn out great. It would also make me happy to see. Anyway, let's take a look at today's poem.
Sure.
I let Monika take the poem I'm holding in my hands.
Huh. It's kind of funny.
How so?
No, not the poem. I mean, it's funny how your poems and Sayori's poems have been getting more and more similar to each other every day. I'm surprised you're so in sync with her. Then again, you've been spending a lot of time together lately, haven't you?
Ah, I guess you could say that. Although we kind of grew up as best friends, I haven't seen as much of her this past year. But since I joined the club, we've been spending a lot of time together again.
I see. That reminds me about how Sayori's been a little off today.
Yeah? Did she tell you something?
Well, Kazuhiko, you haven't been flirting with her, have you?
Of course not. I've been treating her like I always do.
All right. Just making sure. I know how much you care about her. It would be terrible if something bad happened to her, so keep an eye on her. Sayori's been acting so much happier ever since you joined the club. What could have happened all of a sudden? Well, never mind. This really isn't the time to be talking about this. Anyway, I'll share my poem with you now, all right?
All right.
The Lady Who Knows Everything. An old tale tells of a lady who wanders Earth. The lady who knows everything. A beautiful lady who has found every answer. All meaning, all purpose, and all that was ever sought. And here I am, a feather, lost adrift the sky, victims of the currents of the wind. Day after day I search. I search with little hope, knowing legends don't exist. But when all else has failed me, when all others have turned away, the legend is all that remains. The last dim star glimmering in the twilight sky. Until one day, the wind ceases to blow. I fall. And I fall and fall and fall even more. Gentle as a feather, a dry quill, expressionless. But a hand catches me between the thumb and forefinger. The hand of a beautiful lady. I look at her eyes and find no end to her gaze. The lady who knows everything knows what I am thinking. Before I can speak, she responds in a hollow voice. I have found every answer, all of which amount to nothing. There is no meaning. There is no purpose. And we seek only the impossible. I am not your legend. Your legend does not exist. And with a breath, she blows me back afloat, and I pick up a gust of wind. You know, I feel like learning and looking for answers are the sorts of things that give life meaning. Not to get too philosophical or anything, but it was kind of on my mind, so that's what I wrote about.
I see. I never really put much thought into it.
In a way, it's almost paradoxical, because if we had all the answers, wouldn't the world start to lose its meaning?
You know, there's one thing I noticed. It seems like everyone in the club prefers writing about things that are more sad than happy.
Are you surprised? I mean, if everything was okay, we wouldn't really have anything to write about, would we? Humans aren't two-dimensional creatures. I think you'd know better than anyone.
You mean one-dimensional?
Yeah, that. Anyway, here's Monika's writing tip of the day. Are you ever too shy to share your writing because you're afraid it's not that good? It can be really disheartening to get a lukewarm response to something you put so much into. But if you find other people who enjoy writing, then sharing becomes a lot easier. Because instead of just telling you that your writing is good or okay or bad, they'll want to focus more everything that went into it and the things you can work on. It's much more encouraging that way, and it will make you want to continue improving. It's almost like having your own little literature club, don't you think? That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. Okay, you three. We're done sharing poems, right? Why don't we start figuring out...
Hold on a second. Is it just me, or did you say something strange just now?
Something did sound a bit unusual. That's right. You deviated your usual catchphrase when addressing the club.
Catchphrase? I don't have a catchphrase.
Jeez, why is the mood so weird today? Look, even Yuri isn't immune to it.
Stagnating air is common foreshadowing that something terrible is about to happen.
In your books, maybe. Look, the only thing different is that Sayori isn't here.
It seems you're right.
Sayori always helps lighten the mood a little bit, doesn't she? It's almost like everyone's balance is thrown off a little when she's not around.
Where the heck did she run off to anyway? I thought she just went to pee.
Natsuki, please show some decency.
Oh, come on.
She actually wasn't feeling too well and went home early.
Is that so? I hope she's alright.
Seriously, of all the times to not go home with her, you picked the time she's not feeling well. So much for you two being all lovey-dovey.
No. First of all, stop misunderstanding my friendship with Sayori. And second, she's kind of been avoiding me today. So I didn't want to force it.
Huh?
That curious expression coming from Yuri? Of all people?
Calm down, guys. I talked to her earlier and everything is fine.
What did she say?
Anyway, we need to figure out the rest of the festival preparations. So, let's decide what everyone will be doing this weekend.
I already know what I'm doing.
That's right. Natsuki will be making cupcakes. But we might need a lot of them and different flavors. Can you handle all that by yourself, Natsuki?
Challenge accepted.
And as for myself, I'm going to be printing and assembling all the poetry pamphlets. Sayori will be helping me design them. And as for Yuri, Yuri, you can, Guys? Can you help me come up with something for Yuri?
I'm useless.
No, that's not it at all. You're the most talented person here, you know. Now Natsuki's pouting too?
Jeez. Even I can tell now. I guess I never gave Sayori enough credit. But I can tell things are even harder on you when she's not around.
That may be the case. But if I can't also be a leader on my own, then I won't grow as a person. So, Yuri, you have beautiful handwriting, you know? So you should make some banners and decorations to help set the atmosphere.
Atmosphere. About that. I love atmosphere.
Yuri's expression suddenly changes as she stares at her desk in focus and starts nodding to herself.
Your mind is already racing, I see.
That's great. You'll be a wonderful help, Yuri. But anyway, that just leaves you, Kazuhiko.
The one who is truly useless.
Don't say that. In fact, both Natsuki and Yuri have some pretty heavy tasks to handle. It would probably go a long way to give one of them a hand. You could always help me out as well. I would be really appreciative of that.
That's...
Is Monika suggesting I spend the weekend with one of my club members? How on earth are they going to respond to a suggestion like that?
I suppose I wouldn't mind a bit of help.
Well, even if you don't know how to bake, there's always some dirty work I could give you. It's not like Monika's going to give me a choice, and you shouldn't be sitting on your butt anyway.
Natsuki tries to mumble a bunch of excuses like that.
If I recall, Natsuki, you mentioned that you would like to handle the baking on your own. Kazuhiko may not like to be around if only you make him out to be a nuisance. So therefore, he may be more suited to assisting with decorations.
Well, hold on! I never said that! How hard could it be to make a few decorations anyway? Sounds more like you're just making excuses for Kazuhiko, too.
Well, what are you saying? It will be extremely meticulous work.
And baking isn't? Just what do you think?
Guys, let's settle down for a moment. In the end, I think it's up to Kazuhiko to decide how he'd like to contribute. Besides, he hasn't really gotten the chance to spend any time with me yet, you know? So I'm sure he's interested in...
You literally just said.
I'm surprised as well.
Sorry. I was just saying, though.
Jeez, can we just settle this already?
Yeah, Kazuhiko, you're okay with this, right? In the end, it's up to you.
Of course.
Very well.
In that case...
Everyone looks straight at me.
Well, baking sounds like it could be fun, and you guys made it sound like a lot of work, so it could probably use 2 people.
Don't worry. Baking is a ton of fun. You'll definitely agree.
Huh? Just a minute ago, you were saying that...
That's because... never mind, okay?
Well, anyway, you'll be fine by yourself, right, Yuri?
Of course. I'm used to it after all.
That's good.
Even though Yuri is being melodramatic, it's a little hard not to feel bad.
So that's everything, right? Anything else we need to talk about?
No, I think that's it. Are you guys excited?
Yes! Everything except the performance is going to be awesome!
I don't think that really counts.
What about you, Kazuhiko?
Me? I guess you could say I'm interested to see how it'll turn out.
That's good enough for me. What about you, Yuri? Yuri?
She's still sulking.
Natsuki starts pouting too.
It's not that big of a deal or anything.
Well, it might not be just that. I think that Yuri might just be feeling a little underappreciated in general. Having to come up with something for her to do, and then nobody offering to help?
That doesn't mean...
Natsuki glances back and forth between everyone with a worried expression.
Look,
Natsuki goes over and puts her hands down on Yuri's shoulders.
Yuri, you really are the most talented one here, and you're going to help make the event a lot more fun and welcoming. I mean, the cupcakes will probably help a lot too, but you're gonna make the atmosphere special. That'll be really important for the way people feel during the performances. So, you need to stop being dumb and give yourself a little more credit.
Natsuki releases her hands and turns around to face the other direction.
Not really, but...
Yuri isn't the only one surprised. Monika and I are also taken aback by Natsuki's words. Natsuki, of all people. To be saying such encouraging things. But I begin to understand. Natsuki was trying to sound like Sayori, even if it didn't work perfectly. I can tell that she tried to say something Sayori would say at a time like this, because Sayori always helps everyone smile and feel good about themselves.
I'm sorry for being dumb. I'm going to do my best.
Yeah.
Yeah! I hope to see everyone do their best. But with that, there's nothing more for today, so I guess it's time for us to head out.
Okay, but I'm staying here a bit longer. I barely got to do any reading today, so...
Fair enough. There's nothing wrong with that.
Everyone packs up their things. I start to follow Monika and Yuri out the door as they chat between each other.
Where are you going? We still need to figure out our plans for this weekend. You literally would have gotten home and realized that you didn't have a way to contact me.
Oh, that's true. I have no idea how that slipped my mind.
Jeez, good thing I stopped you. I'm giving you my number, okay? You'd better not make it weird or anything.
Why would I do that?
Natsuki gives me her number.
Okay, I'm coming over on Sunday. I'll bring all the ingredients.
Wait, you're coming to my house?
Well, yeah. What's wrong with that?
I mean, I just figured that since I'm the one helping, I would be going to your house.
Yeah, right. Like I could have a guy over to my house. My dad would kill me.
Really? That's kind of strict if you ask me.
Yeah? How do you think I feel? I can't do anything when my dad is home. Anyway, I just need to complain for a second. We have each other's numbers now. That's all I needed from you. I guess I'll text you when I'm coming over.
Alright, fine by me.
Yeah, I'm really gonna show you why I love baking so much. So you better look forward to it.
Oh? Didn't you say you were just going to give me the dirty work?
Well, I was just saying that it's not I could act like, in front of everyone, that I was looking forward to this.
Wait, really?
Well, kind of, just because I've never got to bake with someone else before. That's all it is, so...
Alright, I get it. Sorry for overreacting. Anyway, I'll be heading out now. See you on Sunday.
Never mind.
I can't believe this. Natsuki is going to be coming to my house on Sunday. Even though I would have preferred to do this with Sayori, my anxiety still shoots through the roof. I guess I've gotten pretty used to handling her at this point, but who knows what might end up happening when we're outside of school. She even told me she was looking forward to it. I shake my head. Why do I feel nervous that Sayori finds out about this? It's not like we feel that way about each other. Besides, like Monika said, this is about the club. I have nothing to worry about. If I just go with it, then I'll have a good time.